And welcome back to Sharon Cullen Art. Today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and just a quick chat video. This won't be too long. Happy 2019 to everyone. I know I'm a little bit late, but I've been posting videos at least. I hope your year is going well so far. And I'm going to unbox this little thing that I got in the mail today. And I was thinking about showing you a book that's sitting there that I got for Christmas too. And tell you what I have planned for 2019. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about was a book that I almost bought again. And then I realized I had it in my bookshelf and it had never been opened. There was no crease in the page or anything. Have you ever done that where you've bought a couple books and then you never have time to read it? And then it just sits? I couldn't believe it. But I opened it and I really like it. I have one of this guy's other books. His name is John Muir Laws, and he paints a lot, he does a lot of naturalist type of sketching and keeps journals of nature. And I bought one of his books about birds, about drawing birds, I guess it was. And I wasn't real happy with it, but then I got the Laws Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling because I wanted to really get into the nature drawing type of stuff, type of artwork. So I did get this book probably, a year ago, and I never started doing it. So I'm thinking this year I might just go ahead and start. This book has, there's interesting stuff in here. I just noticed about using gouache when you're out and about doing your sketches, about using colored pencil, pen, just graphite sketching, looking at your structures and shape before you draw and then blocking in and all sorts of stuff. He talks about all that and then getting down to the details. He writes a lot of specifics in his books. I'm trying to find a page here. Well, I'll just show you the cover. He writes all these little specifics all over the place. Now, there is someone who follows me on Instagram, and I followed her back. Her name is, I think it's Nature Sketches, and she does beautiful sketching. I get her mixed up with Nature Journaling. Might be Nature Journaling that does this, but they both do a wonderful job. And like here, he wrote everything that he knew about this plant. There was one spot in here that he was writing about. It looked like it was about a crane, sandhill cranes, and he said something about draws leg up and back after 10 minutes and then lowers head and turns it around to rest and all sorts of different things. And I thought it's really a cool way to get in tune with nature, you know what I mean? So I got that book, but then I was looking at somebody's wish list, a nature journalist's wish list, and she was saying one day she was going to get this book. And I looked online at it, and I thought, wow, that is a really cool book. And it was inexpensive. I mean, it was like 12 bucks. I thought, I'm going to get it. Now, we're going to see if it's going to be worthwhile. Oh, my thumb is still not working. I'm going to have to get it checked. It's huge compared to the other one, and it's bent. Such a bummer. But I'm a lefty, but I use my right hand for a lot of that kind of stuff. Isn't that weird? I'm kind of ambidextrous that way. A lot of lefties are. Oh, actually, there's two books in here. The one I got was this one. It looks real old-fashioned, and it's just a journal for nature journaling. And it's got all sorts of different things in here. Trail tips, seasonal suggestions, talking about common deciduous trees, and all sorts of things. And then it has graph paper versus lined paper. The paper is probably drawing paper thickness. I would say 74 pound or so. Then all about tracks, the different tracks and what they are. So you have a key in here and you can draw the things as you see them. But I thought, I'll get it. What the heck? This one was really cheap. About clouds, the different clouds and what they mean. Cumulus clouds, alto cumulus. cirrocumulus, all of that stuff. And then at the top, when you're journaling, they have the date, the location, and the weather all put on here, which was kind of cool too, I thought. And then there's little quotes in the corner. I like trees because they seem more resigned to the way they have to live than other things do. Okay. They're not on all the pages, but here and there. I frequently tramped 8 or 10 miles through the deepest snow to keep an appointment with a beech tree or a yellow birch or an old acquaintance among the pines. And that one's by Henry David Thoreau. But anyway, that's one of them. But the one that I really, really, really wanted was the Naturalist Notebook. And this one is supposed to be pretty darn cool. It's for tracking changes in the natural world around you. And this cover is stuck on. Oh, it's stuck on lightly. There's a little journal keeper thing on the inside for your name and date and all that stuff. And then, oh, there's chapters in this book. And then there's a yearly calendar in it. Oh, this is not what I thought it was. I wonder if I bought the wrong one. But this looks really cool. I thought this was about writing in. But I guess you can make your art plans for what you want to do art-wise in this book. That'd be kind of cool. What you saw and refer to those things. But it has all sorts of chapters about birds, your 5-year calendar journal, knowing nature where you are, being attentive, how to become an observant naturalist. So I'd like to get into more of that and drawing things like what I see. So anyway, I thought this book was more of a journal like the other one was, but maybe there's another one that I meant to buy. Even the calendars have different pictures along the sides. Some have bugs. I'm not really a bug person. Then I saw one with rocks, and then here's plants, cocoons, all sorts of cool stuff along the sides of the calendars. Owls, whoops. And then in the back there's a personal glossary for abbreviations and symbols. This is a place to record your own shorthand terms and symbols for the species and events you observe. See pages 54 and 55. That's kind of interesting too. So I'm going to have to really get into this book. And then, oh, there's a timeline also in the back of the years and what I've seen and what I observed. That's kind of cool too. So you can follow migration patterns and stuff like that. That's kind of neat, instead of having to search through books for that. So I will keep you posted on this, but I'm really excited about it. So those are the 3 books that I got. And this one I might do some journaling in, but I'm not real sure. I think I might start in one of my regular journals. Second thing is that I am no longer being an ambassador for Pentalic Corporation. I love their journals, but I'm no longer an ambassador for them. And so you won't be seeing me doing a lot of unboxings for them anymore. I'm sorry, I keep bumping my table and it's bumping my camera. Whoops, there it goes again. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that so that you're not wondering. And I may be looking into some more 100% cotton journals. I had asked Pentalic about it, and at the time they wanted me to keep it quiet, but now I'm not under contract with them, so I don't have to. But I think they are working on a 100% cotton journal, but they did have a problem with their Pentalic aqua journals for a while. Apparently they weren't sewing in the bindings for whatever reason. I don't know why. And there were some out on the market, and they had to go back to production and get the ones all sewn in. So that was all taken care of months ago. But anyway, they weren't going to start in on any cotton type journals until they got everything figured out with the other stuff. I don't know if she was just giving me a line or what, but anyway, hopefully they'll have 100% cotton journals out there, but there are a lot out there. And something else that I saw, through Etcher. If you get Etcher's, what do you call it, updates, their little emails, newsletters, that's what I was going to say. They send one out every few weeks or so, and they are collaborating with the guy who made the perfect sketchbook. I don't know if you heard Mind of Watercolor talk about it. Steve Mitchell, he was talking about it. He had one last year, and there was a thing where this guy sent out so many perfect sketchbooks to different artists, and they were all supposed to submit a page for a book or something like that. So they all submitted a page into this book, or I don't know if it was into a book or what, but anyway, Steve said that he really loved the perfect sketchbook. He said it was wonderful paper, one of the best made sketchbooks he had seen, and they were sold out, completely sold out, and never heard from again. Well, Etcher is collaborating with them, and they are bringing back the perfect sketchbook. So hopefully that'll be out in the spring. So I will keep you posted on that. So that's it for that. Let me grab my other book I wanted to show you. Oh, somebody's at my door. Hang on. Okay, I'm all done. My neighbor was coming over. Apparently I had mail in her mailbox, so she brought it over to me. Now, this last book was a book that I got for Christmas. It was something I saw online. I couldn't see a lot of it, but it's a very interesting book. It's by Hugh Lewis-Jones and Carrie Herbert. The foreword was done by Robert McFarlane, and it's called The Explorers Sketchbooks. And it covers, I don't know if it's 70 different artists. I think it was 70 different artists. And basically, it's about their art of discovery and adventure. A lot of these people are scientists, or they are geologists or naturalists or whatever. These are all of the artists. Hang on a second. There we go. These are all of the artists that are in the sketchbook. There's a couple that I really like. Where are they? Oh, I can't even find them now. But anyway, there's so many people in here, people that you would even recognize, like Charles Darwin's in here. Some of them are just doing writing. They're not even drawing. But the John Turnbull Thompson, there's a lot of interesting information in here. And this basically takes you through their discoveries. And some of them go back, they're back to the 1800s and such. But these sketchbooks were kept in good condition, and each page has a story that goes along with it. So that was Robert J. Flaherty. Here's somebody talking about, this is Galileo's observations of the moon in 1610. And those were what he drew over here, and then there's photos. But this is what he drew. The photos apparently are of Pluto in 2015. I was going to say that didn't look like the moon, but there's maps. There's all sorts of stuff. Let me get this way. These drawings are just amazing. That looks like a photo, but it's actually a drawing, a sketch, and it's just page after page of all of these. I'm sorry, my hand hurts so bad, that thumb, that I can't do anything. There's birds in here. There's stuff about, oh, this one. This is amazing. Look at this picture. There's people sliding down the hill. And look at the end of the hill. It's a drop-off, a cliff. So I thought, holy crap, that can't be real. So I started reading the little blurb, and it says, in his published account of another climb, Aljo described his and his companion's method of sliding or glissading down a slope, using their staffs as a kind of rudder to steer, which both shortened the time taken and caused great merriment, unless a crevice opened up at the bottom. How would you like to be the first one that went down that? After that, they could catch everybody else, but no thank you. I have a problem with heights as it is, but this one, it looks like some lithographs of the same scientists' work on volcanoes, and maybe that's where they were headed. But he was drawing all the volcanoes and stuff and how everything worked. And I'm not sure what this key is, but there's this key that he drew on the other side that was very interesting. I know I'm kind of probably out of focus, but I want to show you this book. So it goes all the way through. It's not chronological, so it doesn't go in order of years. This one was 1820 to 1875. Then you have one from 1934. This Chris Bonington, and there's pictures of all of his notebooks from his endeavors and his discoveries. He says, I look at climbing not so much as standing on the top as seeing the other side. There are always other horizons before you. And then there's a photo of this guy climbing rocks. And that was taken in 1955, not long before I was born. Fish, all sorts of stuff, you guys. But if you're into, like, if you're a history buff and you like to know things about discoveries and stuff like that, then I would suggest it. Here's one by Alan Bean. I think he was an astronaut, wasn't he? My colleagues on our moonwalk, yes. Peter Conrad wanted to pick up a piece of rock, but the spacesuits made kneeling very difficult. So I grabbed a strap on his back, lowered him down, and pulled him back up. It took just a few brief seconds. The moon rock in the painting contains a small piece of lunar meteorite found in Oman in 2001. Rock and roll on the ocean of storms, textured acrylic on aircraft plywood, 2002. So this is his painting of his moonwalk. Pretty cool, huh? So anyway, I do recommend this book. And all I do is I just pick up a couple pages and read about them. And then after that, I move on to something else. And it might be several days, but it's a great coffee table book. Very, very interesting. So I do recommend it. And the next thing I wanted to talk to you about, or the last thing actually, is what I have planned for this year. It's going to be difficult for me over the next several months to post my videos consistently. I'm going to do my level best. I will try so hard. But with our move and everything going on, I have about 10 weeks now to get my house entirely packed up. And I've been putting it off because I've been painting and doing other things or working up north on that house. So it's going to be pretty busy for me. So posting videos is going to be difficult. I'm going to try to get at least one up a week. If I can get 2 up a week and can stay consistent with 2 a week, I'm going to try to do that. The next thing is, and once I'm moved, then we're going to be building my art studio, which will be really, really terrific. But we're not going to build that, I don't think, until we get moved in because there's just so much going on. Diesel, honey, I can't play ball with you right now. And I'm sorry. Wait, I just wanted to warn you all about that and tell you that that's going on. And then when I go to build the art studio, I will do some vlogs on the art studio build so you can see how it's going and how the whole build goes from start to finish. I know many of you are wanting to see that. So I think that'll be kind of interesting. So I'll do that. And I may do some vlogs of my move. And obviously I'll do a tour of my home after we move in. But why do you do this every time I get the camera on, you goofball? He's playing. That's not being mean. But anyway, so I'll do my best as far as getting paintings or videos up. The next thing with the year is that I want to try and do a lot more branching out, not just studio work, but I want to get out and do a lot more plein air, and I want to do a lot more sketching, and I'm going to try to get into this naturalist type of journal a little bit. but I'm going to keep both. I'll be doing them separately. I know many of you just went crazy over my gouache video that I did, everything I know about gouache. I'm so glad that that was helpful to you guys. When I started out in gouache, there was absolutely zero, I mean zero out there. I couldn't even find a video on gouache. And in the last year and a half, there have been so many people doing videos on gouache because so many of them had the same problem. But the thing is they're not doing much instruction. They're just saying, this is how I do it, or you need to do it this way. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you you need to do something a certain way, because if you find another way, probably been out of focus this whole time, if you find another way to do something, then more power to you, and share it with us, you know. I've had people tell me about their palettes and what they do with that, brushes people are using and that kind of thing. A lot of people do tend to go toward filbert and cat's eye brushes for some reason. I like cat's eye brushes. I don't know why that is. I've got that one brush that I absolutely love, this Princeton Heritage cat's tongue, and I did order another one, I believe, a little bigger, a number 8. This is a 6. And so it's pretty small. You can see how small it is compared to my finger. It's small. And that's a size 6. But I use it all the time. And I love the spring in it, the stiffness in it. It's just a great all-around brush. But anyway, I'm going to continue doing some gouache videos. I've been fiddling around with flowers. I don't usually do gouache flowers. This is one that I'm working on right now. I did not do a video on it, but it's not turning out very well. And I thought about taking colored pencil to do pencil over it. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll do a mixed media painting for you. And then I did one of these with some light coming through. So I'm working on different things, but I don't have any new painting videos down. I'm still going to see if I can salvage that one video that I was telling you guys about that didn't turn out because I got off a frame. If there's enough there that I can just splice that out and go on with my painting, then I might post the video, but we'll see. So more plein air painting I'm going to be doing. I may be doing more vlogs, being out and about, maybe looking at things at art stores or things like that, or going to art shows and showing you other people's work. That might be another thing that I could do. So those are some of the things I have planned for this year. So I'm going to try to take it in a little different direction, still doing a lot of painting videos, but feel free to share. And that gouache video, I would love it if it got out there to a lot of people. When you like or dislike a video, it helps bring it up in the rankings so that when somebody does a lookup for how to paint with gouache or whatever, it would pop up maybe on the first page. The one with the most likes or dislikes is at the top of the page, and then it works its way down. So it has nothing to do with the amount of subscribers you have. So if you share the video, get it out there, then other people will be able to see it. Right now it's probably buried. I haven't checked, but it's probably 6 pages back. Who knows? But anyway, so that's where I'm headed this year. And if you have any ideas for videos, or there's a video that you wanted that I haven't gotten to, then just send me another reminder down below in the comments section. And if you have ideas for videos, let me know what you'd like to see. And if you're interested in seeing the art studio build progress, then also let me know down below. I think it would be pretty exciting. I'm so excited about it. And I don't know what I'm going to do when I don't have it, because everything's going to be in boxes. I'm just going to have to keep my sketchbooks and my gouache and my watercolor and pencils and stuff out in another bag so that I have something that I can use. Otherwise, I won't be able to do any art, and that'll drive me crazy. So I believe that's it, and I talked longer than I thought I would. So everybody, be courageous, paint with wild abandon, and most of all, be kind to each other.